This is a really exciting experience for all of us. You know, we're very good friends to do this together and a few other races in this truck. And it all started because it was Chrissy's 40th birthday last year, Chris Buncombe. And I said to him, we're going to do Baja together. That's your treat for your birthday. So I went to, initially it was just to rent something. I ended up buying the truck. And here we are, basically. And we've taken it a lot more serious than expected.
Now also a successful TV pundit, Button joins a growing trend of ex-Formula One drivers branching out into other forms of racing.
I was a Formula One driver for 17 years. And there are so many of us that have just raced in F1 because you have to be so focused on what you're doing. Also, Bernie Eccleston didn't really like us driving in other types of motorsport. So we've always been very focused on Formula One. So now that I've stepped away from F1 and like Fernando Alonso who stepped away, suddenly we branch out and we do different things. And Fernando's obviously doing Le Mans, he's doing Daytona, which are big races. I'm also doing Le Mans, but it's nice to step away and do something that's completely different and something that takes a lot of time to learn. You know, driving a Le Mans car, it's kind of like an F1 car, so it's reasonably easy to get used to. This is something completely different, and that's why it excites me. We're not just F1 drivers, we're racing drivers. We love motorsport, so it's exciting to try new things.
While two-time F1 champion Fernando Alonso prepares for the legendary Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia in January, this November Button and the team are taking on the infamous raid through northwest Mexico, the Baja 1000. They're racing under the Rocket Motorsport banner, which also compete in the Blancpain GT series.
So Rocket Motorsport, this dates back to 1988. My father's company, he used to tune engines in the junior formulas of karting in the UK. So many guys, racing drivers around the world, know the Rocket brand. This is obviously very different than karting, but we're also racing in Blancpain Championship this year. And again, you know, there are so many drivers that race in Blancpain GT3 series that would have raced on my dad's engines or would have raced against my dad's engines. So for them, it will definitely put a smile on their face to see the name back.
In awe of the machinery and conditions, Button's attempt at one of the classic off-road races is all about the experience and the adventure.
I think for us, the main thing is to finish. It's always a loser's comment, isn't it? We just want to finish, but for us, it's experience. In terms of racing and the technology, it obviously is a step back in time, but what these machines can do is unreal. You know, the suspension travel on them is a meter at the rear, and that for us has been the biggest thing to get a head round. The quicker you go, the smoother it is. In a way, I guess it's like downforce. The quicker you go, the more downforce you get. There's a big V8 lump in the front here. Really doesn't have that much power. It's 425 horsepower, but this thing weighs 5,000 pounds. That's what I love about racing. There are so many different forms of motor racing. For me, in my career, the reason why I still race is because there are different formulas and there are different things to learn. You know, I always want to be learning. There's so much to enjoy, and we've got a bar on the front here. It's called the Nerf bar. And basically, you come up behind someone, if they don't move, you just hit them. And I think that's wicked, so I'm hoping that we're quick enough to use that, so that's the aim, nerfing.